clipping some branches but staying in bounds.
This is about as good a location as you're going to see for the drive. The angle is great for him to move up there to the right side.
And, you know, I was just kind of going off about the inspired golf, and that's exactly what we're just seeing from Chris and even from Gannon as well. Great tee shot there.
Burr tees off on hole 2, just 250 feet. I feel like this is about as easy as a birdie gets on this course. Burr on the tee of 3.
Get there. See here, Gannon downhill birdie look.
Yes.
So I certainly would expect a low round from a lot of the top guys today, and that's why I say you're going to need some inspired golf from some of these guys that were, you know, finishing around the time that these guys were teeing off yesterday.
266 feet, threw it in for an eagle as we were watching Burr take a little bit of a slip.
That was awkward looking, but the shot got out of his hand before the slip could affect it, I would think, as it was thrown pretty much perfectly.
I just got to say, what a gift. Chris Mayone, the starter here at Smuggler's Notch at the GMC. He's a breath of fresh air. I love that guy.
Just throw a huge, why not just a huge hyzer? That is a powerful shot. I don't think you're going to see that same line from very many people.
Gannon Buhr now goes 5 for 5 to get started.
I'm just not surprised. That's the kind of golf he's been playing lately.
I mean, even 7 in a row by Jakub Sumerad. He started with 7 for 7 before parring on 8.
See if Burr can get the 6 for 6, and that certainly looks like the right setup for it. Burr to go 6 for 6.
That is a huge moment in the round there. If you're flirting with that right side, because you hardly get any distance forward if you do go OB right, and all of a sudden you're thinking double bogey. But as it stands, gets in bounds, fantastic drive, birdie on the table for him.
Can't do much better than that off the tee for Burr. In bounds, par 5. You're shooting a 12, so you're pretty confident you're not going to lose any shots to the lead, right? And you might gain one, possibly. But then all that work has to happen tomorrow again. You got to go low tomorrow if you want to try to have a chance come Sunday.
And Gannon has this tap in to go 7 for 7.
Oh, I would think this is a play for par. On the 1,200-foot hole 7 as he collects another birdie.
And I just want to kind of back up my statement with Alden. Do you suspect that had he went 2 for the first 7, that he might have tried to wind one up there?
I think that that's certainly possible. I mean, no one would question his ability to birdie that hole, that's for sure. This is going to leak, but stay safe, I believe. Going to be a big putt downhill. Makeable, though.
Yeah, I think he laid up that final shot on 18.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe
that's about it.
That's the one time, right, it was allowed.
Oh, my goodness.
Just too easy
It's
for
supposed
Gannon.
to be hard to make downhill 43-footers.
60-footers.
It's supposed to be
That's
like
longer than 43.
It's supposed to make you think for a sec, oh, will it go in? Maybe. I don't know. It's not supposed to just come out of your hand like you're in a video game and you already know it's in before it even gets halfway there.
Macbeth made the top 10. He's now 10 down for today's round.
Gannon's going to stick it just right of the pin.
in the tournament when the birdie is going to be pretty simple, likely, for Eagle after now that he's, cleared that ditch in one shot. He should have his pick of where he wants to land in the fairway, and these top power players sometimes end up making this hole look a little silly if they can really get on top of about 500 feet of low ceiling power like this.
Okay, he's good.
And now it's like, for him, it's almost a putt.
Like a jump throw kind of.
From there, yeah. Everything going to plan. Putt just stays up on him. Does that have enough energy? Of course it does. That looked like nothing out of his hand.
That's rough.
It can just turn in an instant sometimes. His putt looked so good. I feel for Barsby in this moment. You just think, this is going to be a special day. And then 5 minutes later, you look down and it's all kind of slipped away from him.
Yeah, now you're just in the middle of the pack. This guy's not, though.
And 12 is an eagle opportunity for Gannon Buhr if he wants it. So he might just go ahead and still play perfect here.
And why not, though?
I think it's probably the game plan.
You're
right?
10 down. Might as well get going.
See where this thing lands. It looks a little bit straight to my eye to be in the place where you'd love the big turning shot. This feels like the aggressive play. Forehand, I think, would be your chip around the corner for the birdie, so he might be thinking eagle here.
Yeah, he is.
Awesome.
Gannon with an opportunity for eagle as well.
How often do you say to get back to perfect?
Yeah. No.
And you're just going backwards if you're 5 under, at this point in the round. So many guys, even the guys that aren't at these double-digit numbers. I was just counting it up. There's 11 players that are at 9 or double digits or better today. But then we're talking, there's another 10 that are 9 under.
Is that a little too light? He's going to find an alley and he'll have a putt at it, but that needed a little more power. Awkward stance for Burr. Really? Not that it matters.
Is it possible to beat this dude?
I have not seen this type of dominance since Ricky at his peak, and then before that Paul at his peak. It's even mind-blowing to him. So we know Gannon is the ultimate kind of he's always watching his game, checking the videos, kind of making adjustments. He's always the harshest on himself.
Never a doubt. Worlds was 5 rounds, but 4-round events. You said it yesterday, Sexton. The more time you give him, the better chances he has to come out on top. Those are just some averages.
That's what being number 1 in the world
Here
means.
it is. Oh, just thinking that could skip in and again make up for the par.
It's just about, to me, sometimes you play a great round and you're like, what a tree kick, he's still going to birdie. There's been none of that.
No, it's all
This is just
perfect.
Center of the fairway, perfect angle, slow skip, tap in, over and over and over. It's blowing my mind.
Gannon picks up the birdie. He's now 14 through 15. And if we're looking ahead, which we're seeing there, a -17 unofficially projected to have an 1104 rating. Of course, as you guys just said, the most difficult of the tee shots and approaches probably coming up on the next hole, hole number 16. Is this pulled right? Oh, just narrowly missing all of the trees.
Oh, and a
then
little
it checks
stop,
up.
a little stop as well. That's so good.
So you got to be a little careful.
He says it's terrible,
Played it safe.
and he's still going to have a putt from circle's edge.
Little bit of a headwind. He's going to have to really watch the height on this one. Oh, man. Of course. There's just a little bit of wind. It's actually going to help the hyzer a bit. Cuts it nicely. Just got to check up and circle one again. Guys, there's gentle rain falling right now. We actually might see a rainbow at the finish of this round. That would be quaint.
It was brave to get in the way of that thing and hang on.
Really took one for the team, so to speak.
I just feel like we got to recognize the baskets when they do something heroic. No way.
Unreal.
That was one of his shortest putts of the day.
It was.
That's maybe the craziest part.
And he knows it too.
Just really quick and missed on the weak side, so unfortunate.
And what Dickerson just did, it happens to a lot of people here on 18.
Much more angle. Going to use the overstability, hopefully, to get down quickly.
Does it spike and sit? It's going to roll, but then sit down and inbounds for Gannon Buhr. Opportunity to birdie the 18th and get to 16 under. They'll head off to the 16th, and now we're back with Gannon Buhr.
This looks great. Nice little check skip forward, and it's going to be about the same distance on this putt as he was back on 17.
Stepping up for what could be the 16 under. On the pole, Gannon Buhr, 16 under, round number 2 here at the Green Mountain Championship.
One of the better rounds I've ever seen. I mean, the guy missed 2 putts in the circle, I think. Maybe the one on for Eagle was barely outside.
Well, it must be
No,
because
it's two
C1X is
C1X.
82%.
I think the command he showed us of his discs and his game plan, some of the highest level disc golf I've ever seen. Because there just wasn't anything fluky or weird that happened other than a couple missed putts.
All right, joining us now, Gannon Buhr. Gannon, I know it's a surprise that we're interviewing you right now, but I got to ask about the round today. You weren't satisfied with the round at Brewster yesterday. Talk about the time between and the round today.
Yeah, I said after my round yesterday that I like where I'm at in position, and obviously I wanted to play better yesterday to obviously be on the lead card and kind of be leading the tournament. But I don't mind being a couple back, and this round today was very similar to what I've done at a lot of the other 4-round tournaments. Is haven't been in the lead after round 1, but then I put together a good round 2 to get myself back up into the lead card. And so I think it's sometimes okay to not have the greatest first round. That way you can improve on stuff. And I was able to come out here, like I said yesterday, just kind of relaxed. I stuck to my game plan, and I think I only made one different decision today than I anticipated, and that was going for the eagle on hole 12. But my plan was to play 8 for par, and that's what I did. And I wouldn't take anything back from what I did. Obviously, the 2 putts that I missed suck, but I'm kind of. It was funny. I was begging Isaac. I'm like, man, I just want to miss a putt. I just want to miss something, because after I'd missed the eagle putt, I was like, I don't want to birdie out because I'll feel like an idiot. And obviously, missed that putt in 17. Alden quit hitting the base when I'm putting. Thank you. But obviously, 16 under, something to be very proud of, and I believe I'll have the lead going into the 3rd round.
At some point, you have to be thinking about the end. Was it easy to stay focused as you were stringing together all these birdies?
For sure. I think this course is sets up well for me. I've always played well here in Vermont at these courses. I think Fox Run is all about just staying in bounds, and that's what I did today. Was just kept it in bounds, and having a solid game plan to where your bad shots are still in bounds. And so, you know, I didn't throw too many bad shots today, but when I did, I made a lot of good circle 2 putts. I think I had 3 or 4 that I made. So, you know, when I wasn't throwing the best tee shots, I was making it with my putter, and that's what you got to do.
Last question for me, Gannon. Do you consider this one of the best rounds you've ever shot?
For sure. It was just clean, no mistakes pretty much. Obviously, I guess I missed the 2 putts, but no just like major mistakes. I think I had my 15 under at Texas State's. That was an amazing round. I don't know which one's better. I feel like out here, there still is more room for bogeys. It's a lot easier to bogey out here if you just throw one bad shot, get a bad roll, miss a couple putts. Where at Texas State's, I felt like you can kind of get away with a lot of stuff, and it's more free, I guess. Out here, it definitely requires some, you know, very specific shots, especially on the back nine when you get more into the woods. But yeah, like I said, felt good today, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Should be a fun lead card.
Thanks everybody for watching. If you want more disc golf content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and subscribe to the Disc Golf Pro Tour, and tune in to the Disc Golf Network all season long.